Hi guys, hi everyone, it's Wilnise here with the Florida Holistic School of Living with the plant of our month, peach. Today I'll be sharing with you a beautiful recipe to include the many wonders of this delicious fruit into your diets. This recipe is a sure treat for the summery hot days. I love implementing one of my favorite things, which are popsicles, into my diet specifically during these hot summer months here in Central Florida, and implementing a lot of the medicinal plants that we have in our area in a nice icy pop is golden that everyone in the family can enjoy. Pernis persica is the Latin name for peach. And we can find peaches growing here in orchards all throughout Central Florida. I luckily have a couple of neighbor friends who love to share and give offerings, and I was able to snag a couple of fresh peaches off of their tree as well as some leaves. Now this beautiful, beautiful botanical, I'm sure you guys could see it here, is of the Rosaceae family, one of my favorite families in the plant kingdom. And things like rose and almond and cherries are all sitting with this lovely fruit. Now we know to find peaches in our grocers and natural farmers markets. Like now within the season, we're gonna start, now that we're in spring solstice or summer solstice coming up, or summer coming up, we're gonna start seeing more of these peaches. And peach is such a lovely, beautiful treat, specifically in the summer months because of its cooling, kind of moistening aspect to the body. The peach fruit, as we all know, is delicious, right? In pies, cobblers, with ice cream. But other parts of the actual plant are just as powerful to the body, like the leaves. So in herbology, herbalism, we like to use the leaves as medicine as well as the twigs, right? And some parts of the branches. So of the peach tree, that's the leaves, the branches, the fruits, and even the kernels are sometimes used as medicine. It's been noted that African American midwives, specifically of the South, use peach leaves for their gestating moms, right? Peach is a beautiful ally to help satiate nausea, or for things like morning sickness or upset stomach. And for those of us in the sager years that are dealing with things like menopause, sage is a beautiful ally to implement, specifically the leaves, for its cooling ability to the body, right? So whenever those hot flashes come up, we could drink some of this beautiful, lovely tea to cool our bodies down, kind of like calm down some of us who have like exhaustion or heat exhaustion or prone to heat exhaustion, right? Or even excitability in the personality type. Peach leaves are beautiful to implement within your diet to just keep things nice and calm, right? Peach, of some of the plants that we have in our plant kingdom, is one of those plants that we could have in either a hot infusion or cold infusion, right? So having tea and having leaves of peach in a tea, whether it with just a cold water, right, is so lovely, especially in the summer months, right? It's so rich in that peachy almondy smell. It's so lovely to have. So the recipe that I want to share with you guys today is implementing this beautiful beverage in a popsicle, right? I feel like popsicles are those signifiers of summer, and whenever the popsicles come out, we know that that summer heat is blazing. And so what I also love about this medicine is that it's universal. Everyone in the family can enjoy them. I have a couple of gestating moms in my community who are in their early stages of pregnancy. Well, having peach tea leaf in a popsicle is a beautiful way to help nourish the mom's body, right? Because peach tea leaves is safe enough to have throughout your pregnancy to help combat some of the nausea and morning sickness that can be experienced for a gestating mom, right? So this recipe is probably the simplest recipe that you've ever seen. You're literally, if you have access to finding fresh tea leaves of peach, right, from a local neighbor or your local farmers, I would suggest to grab some and fill a mason jar about halfway of fresh material, right? And then you could either pour cool room temp water or boiling water if you so choose, and allow it to steep, right? If you're using hot water, you'll let it steep for about 10 to 15 minutes. But if you're using cold water or room temp water, just a touch longer so that all of the medicinal properties of the leaves can be extracted. And then you grab your molds. If you want to make it fun and you do have access to fresh fruit, chopping up the fruit that I'm going to do today, chopping up just pieces of the fruit is also really beautiful. And I personally wouldn't throw away the kernels. Now the kernels are all another part of the peach fruit that's medicinal, that can be steeped in a tincture, right? Powdered down for some folks, and maybe used topically. I want to say Herbalist Kiva Rose speaks about using peach topically to help calm down inflamed skin, so like things like bug bites or snake bites, those types of things. And I think maybe using the kernel to help do that could really be helpful in your kitchen apothecaries. So chopping up some of the plant material, I like to sometimes take like some of my denser plant material and put them in a fruit mortar and pestle and kind of chop them down so that they become like a puree, but that's still holds its shape, right? So just chopping some of that down. Sorry if I'm making too much noise. And for those who likes a touch of sweetness in their teas and icy things, right? Adding your sweetener of choice. I have some date sugar here that I'd like to sprinkle in, right? And just allow it to have some flavor. You could throw in whatever other flavorings you'd like. I always like to touch up my fruits with like things like nutmeg, right? I like pairing the cooling anti-inflammatories with something that's moving in the system. I feel like it's just a beautiful balance, and nutmeg is one of those allies that you could definitely implement, right? It's like you're eating a pie almost. So you're chopping that all the way up, and you're putting this in your mortar and pestle. And you're gonna take some of your material or your peaches and putting it into your popsicle. And then grabbing your infusion, right? And then pouring it in. This is a beautiful way of implementing the plant medicine, right? And then having a fun treat that your kids can enjoy, you can enjoy. Anyone who has any aversions to taste can definitely have a beautiful time with this treat. Now, another beautiful way of implementing popsicles, but just a little bit more jazz, is a creamsicle, right? So I also love to make creamsicles paired with my popsicles for those of us who likes a little bit of richness in those icy treats. So making a creamsicle with coconut-infused milk. So I pre-made this coconut milk with a touch of, so instead of using the coconut water in a recipe of making coconut milk, I use an infusion of the tea leaves to water this down and create this milk. So now this is also infused with the medicinals of the leaves as well as that beautiful peachy almond flavor. And again, adding in all of the things to create a beautiful icicle that you could enjoy with your families, the children, or anyone that you know who has a lot of excitability and heat exhaustion present in the body system. This is a beautiful way of enjoying nature's goodness in a really neat, fun way that the whole family can try. So let us know how you enjoyed peach this summer, and tag us and share us in some of the recipes where you include not only the fruit of this lovely tree, but its leaves and branches if you're able to find access. My name is Wilnise Francois. And before I go, I'd love to also talk about the implications astrally, right? Peach is a beautiful plant. that is element is water, and it's sometimes tagged or seed aligned with the planet Venus, right? So again, its beautiful moistening, cooling aspect to the body system is translates so lovely to the way Venus also translates that energetic pull within our physical bodies. So if you want to learn more about the astrological implications of the plant friends and how we can utilize some of this beautiful medicine specifically to our systems, I have a class coming up on the 24th that we take a little bit deeper look on astrology and herbalism and how all of this, the beautiful plant kingdom, can create such a beautiful cosmic relationship to our beings. My name is Wilnise Francois. I want to thank you for joining us for this beautiful recipe share. We're going to have the recipe written up somewhere that you could probably find later on, but remember to tag us and let us know how you enjoyed peach this summer. I want to thank you for joining me. Enjoy your days.